Hi, this is going to be a double unboxing of the Illumicrate and Fairyloot July boxes. I think I already showed you the July adult Fairyloot book in my recent haul, but just in case I didn't, it was The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. This is what it looks like. It has the stenciled edges. It has cute end pages. I think they're the same at the back. Oh no, slightly different at the back, which give me Unhoneymooners Heartstopper vibes for some reason. And embossing on the naked hardback, and I'm guessing that it is also signed. Yeah, also signed. So just in case I didn't show you that one before, since this is an unboxing, this was the July Fairyloot adult book. Adult being the A word I was looking for there, as opposed to August. I technically have already opened my Illumicrate box because it arrived the day before I went away on holiday. I went to Portugal for a week, and that's why I'm slightly less pale than usual, although I don't know that you can really tell. So I opened this, didn't have time to film an unboxing, so I had a quick peek, and there's no spoiler card in here for some reason, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what anything is inspired by, so I just thought I'd let you know that straight off the bat. And I am going to open this one first, since it's already technically open. So the first thing on top here is some straws, I believe, if I remember right. Yes, there is a cleaning thing in there as well, but I'll just show you. The straws look like so. This one is a boba straw. It says carrion crow. This one says water strider, and this one says winged serpent. They're quite nice, kind of ombre effect straws. I think this whole box is kind of holiday themed. Then we have a beach towel, Beneath the Waves Yoshitani, based on the Folk of the Air series. I'm going to open this, but I suspect you won't be able to see it because it will be too big to fit in one shot, but we'll do our best. It's not super huge, so I'm kind of glad I didn't take it away on holiday with me, because if you haven't noticed, I am quite tall, and so kind of need a fairly long towel when you're as tall as I am. But here we go, this is what it looks like. Gives you the general impression, super professional, but hey, that's what we're going with. Then we have another one of their glass bottles. Words are not coming to me today, apparently. And this one says, read 1,000 books and your words will flow like a river, by Lisa C. So again, no idea what this is inspired by, but this is the second one of these that they've done, and I really like the other one of these that I have, so definitely happy to have a second, and I'll probably start using this immediately, or you know, as soon as I've washed it. Then I couldn't open this before, and I've since watched an unboxing because I wanted to know what this was and I didn't have time to figure it out before I went away, but it says property of the Night Spire on it. There we go. And it's actually, I need to give it some welly to get this open apparently. I didn't want to force it without first checking that that was what I was supposed to do. And it is a bamboo toothbrush, which is having a hard time picking up on camera, and honestly is kind of a weird item. I actually use an electric toothbrush, so I don't know that I'll use this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will chuck it in my... But I usually take my electric toothbrush away with me as well, so I don't know. Bit of a weird item for a book box, if I'm honest. And then we come to the book. So the book this month is The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd-Jones. This is what the cover looks like. Would you like to focus, camera? There we go. And this is the reverse. Stenciled edges. There we go, a bit like water. Just plain top and bottom. This is the spine. And I think this is a redesigned cover. Did I say that already? I don't know. Nothing on the end pages. They're just plain white, but it is signed by the author. There we go. I'm having a real time getting my camera to actually focus at the moment. I don't know what's going on with it, so sorry if there are parts that are out of focus. We have embossing on the naked hardback and also artwork on the reverse of the dust jacket. And I honestly don't know anything about this book. Not heard of it at all. So, oceans will rise, a kingdom will fall is what it says on the back. And then the synopsis: once upon a time the kingdoms of Wales were rife with magic and conflict, and 18-year-old Merid Mare is well acquainted with both. As the last living water diviner, she can manipulate water with magic, a unique elemental power many would kill to possess. For years, Mare has been running from the prince who bound her into his service and forced her to kill thousands with her magic. Now all Mare truly wants is a safe, quiet life far from power and politics. But then Mare's old handler, the king's spy master, returns with a proposition: use her powers to bring down the very prince that abused them both. With the help of a fey-cursed man, a snarky thief, and a corgi that may or may not be a spy, Mare must decide if she's prepared to run for the rest of her life or to stand and fight for her freedom and peace. Part heist novel, part dark fairy tale, and part rich with Welsh legends. And it says perfect for fans of Kristen Cashel, who I haven't read from, and Maria V. Schneider, who is one of my favourite authors. So that's interesting. And interesting. It's Welsh inspired, but the author is from Oregon, so I wonder why she wrote a Welsh inspired book. I may have to look into that, but it sounds, I mean, sea-based fantasy isn't always my vibe, but I will give it a go. So that was the July Illumicrate book box. I'm having a real tough time with words today apparently, which is, you know, super helpful. And now we're going to get into the Fairyloot box for July. So this is the July YA Fairyloot box. Of course, I already showed you the adult book, which doesn't come with stuff. This is what their box looks like now. So the logo is printed onto the undyed box. Actually, that's probably more environmentally friendly, so I'm okay with that. And then this is the spoiler card, and it is Trials and Retribution themed. So let us get into it, shall we? I think I have been spoiled for a few of the items in here, just because I was listing some books that I'm unhauling. I'll do an unhaul soon on my Vinted, and it came up with some suggestions, and some of them were items from Fairyloot box that I'd never seen before, and I was like, oh well, that must be in the box that I haven't opened yet. So I'm not too bothered about that. And also I will go ahead and link my Vinted down in the description in case you're interested in that. I also will have linked in the description my Ko-fi account in case you want to help me buy some books. Not that I need any more. Okay, so the first item is some socks. I do love, I've mentioned this before, the Fairyloot socks. These are Gideon the Ninth themed. I'm going to take them out of this so that I can show you the design properly. Here we go. This is what the design looks like. I mean, no one's really ever going to see these because they're trainer socks, so they don't kind of stick up above the shoe, but I do like a pair of socks. Then we have a pin flag, which looks like so, which is very nice. It's a kind of a canvasy type material, so quite nice. Then, what is this? Okay, so this is a, I think, photo album, but for prints, and it looks like this. We actually had something like this very recently from Illumicrate, and I'll be honest, I prefer their take on this. This is a little bit gothic, which is not necessarily my style. This is, you know, it's functional, and that is useful, so I'll start using those. Then another item I've been spoiled for, and honestly I don't really get, is this daggerish thing. Again, I will just put this on my shelf most likely. I don't know what it's inspired by. I'm going to look at the spoiler card in just a minute. I'm kind of, you know, like, I've got a lot of replicas at this point, so, you know, I don't really feel like I need any more, particularly knife replicas. I've got so many knife, dagger, sword replicas at this point. Oh, and then there are some metal straws, so we're sensing a theme here, but these are quite nice too. I quite like the design. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera because it's quite subtle, but it's like a Grecian inspired style. I don't think they say anything, no, and the little tab says they are law inspired, which makes sense based on the pattern that's on them. If you saw that, I don't know. There is also one of those washing brush things in there too. And then just before we get to the book, we have this month's tarot cards, which are Strength and the Hermit. As usual, no idea who these characters are, but they're very pretty, also as usual. And then we come to the book. So I'm going to take out the items inside like I normally do. So we have our fairy scoop. The theme next month is Tell Me Lies. Looks like that. Have I seen that reveal already? I think so. Anyway, doesn't matter. And we have our character art, which looks a bit creepy, with letter from the author on the reverse, and spoiler card, artwork, bookmark, and then the book itself, which is The Darkening by Sunya Mara, which I also have not heard of. This is what the front looks like. The spine, which will not focus. Come on. Sorry. There we go. And the back. Get this one to focus now. There we go. Okay. And then stencil sprayed edges. There we go. Hello. And solid top and bottom. We do have custom end papers here, or I presume that they're custom. I haven't seen the original, so don't know for sure, but this is what those look like. And then we have some embossing on the naked hardback, and there's nothing on the reverse of the dust jacket there. And then let us see. So the back says, a fierce revolutionary, a desperate prince, together they will face the storm or be swept away. And then the synopsis reads, Prince Dalka was born for one purpose, to protect his home from the storm, a deadly force that surrounds his city and curses everyone it touches. Vesper Vale is the daughter of failed revolutionaries. Since the Queen sentenced her mother to death by the storm, she and her father have been on the run. So when the Queen's soldiers, led by Prince Dalka, catch up to Vesper's father, she will do whatever it takes to save him from sharing her mother's cruel fate. Even arm herself with her father's book of dangerous experimental magic, even infiltrate the prince's elite squad of soldier sorcerers, even cheat her way into his cold heart. But when Vesper learns that there's more to the story of her mother's death and that her home is in dire peril, she has little choice. Trust the devious prince with her family's secrets, or follow her mother's footsteps into the storm. So another slightly water-based fantasy there. I really like the foiling. So shiny. Pretty. That one sounds interesting. I have to say, I feel like, and maybe this is just my mood right in this moment right now, because I'm feeling a little bit scattered in terms of my reading right now, so maybe now's not the best moment to judge, but I just feel like all of the books in book boxes at the moment are a bit samey. You know, I'm not talking about the adult ones I'm talking specifically about the YA fantasy ones. They seem a bit samey. Like, there's a similar kind of vibe going on in both of these. They're both water-based, they're both following a female and a male protagonist whose paths are going to cross, and they're probably going to fall in love and save the world. And that seems to be like a recurring theme. Maybe I'm just feeling moody. That's also possible. Let me know what you think. I would be interested. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks. Bye.